All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Kakadash, and the Heavenly Father. True name is Yahweh. His unbegotten Son, Ba'ashem, and the name of Mashiach, Kabashai. Those are their true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the Lashwan Kadash Sultan. And I say Barakatham to the elders, while Akim Akwaf, and I say Shalom. And 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 this is a sit down lesson of prophecy updates as of November the 10th, 2024, on a Sunday afternoon. It says Moscow target by dozens of Ukrainian drones. Mayor mentions. It says at least 32 UAVs headed towards the capital have been destroyed by the air defense. Sergei Shebenia has said. The Russian capital is repelling a major Ukrainian drone attack, Moscow Mayor Sergei Shebanian has said. At least 32 incoming UAVs were shot down early on Sunday by air defense near the town of Dombovlevo in Ramblovsky and Carolina to the southeast of Moscow. Shebanian wrote on a telegram. Moscow region government Andrea Vrablovia also said a massive drone attack was underway, that the air defense continues to operate across the region.
Осколки, осколки, прячь голову! Под крышу, под крышу, под крышу! Это весь он.
It says several videos have been posted on social media preparing to show fixed wing drones been shot down over Moscow region. There are also footage of a blaze which shows several private homes being almost completely destroyed by the flames. And the governor of Obrey region, Andrea Klaskevo, has said 8 UAVs were destroyed over the region on Sunday morning. 3 have so far been no reports of casualties or damage, he added. Kavir has intensified its drones incursions into Russia since January, many targeting energy infrastructures but also hitting residential areas. Moscow has responded by adding Ukrainian power plants to its list of legitimate military targets. Most of Ukraine and non-nuclear generated capacities have been disabled or destroyed by Russian strikes since then. Later in the day, the defense ministry in the Moscow announced that Russian forces have thwarted any attempt by the Kiev regime carry out a attack by using a fixed-wing UAV against targets on the territory in the Russian Federation. In a period of 3 hours, defense intercepted or destroyed 70 Ukrainian UAVs, including 34 over Moscow regions, 14 over Reskin region, 7 over Ural regions, 7 over Kalaga regions, 6 over Krus regions, 2 of the Tela region, the military says. A major UAV attack on Ukrainian territory also took place on October 20th, and it says as many as 110 drones shot down or intercepted above several Russian regions, according to defense ministers. There were a number of major raids in August and September. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, right? Russia, Ukraine, prime example. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, Iran versus Israel. Seeing that you be not troubled, for all these things must first come to pass, but the end is not yet. Matthew 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, right? Different ethnicity group of armies clash against one another. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence, and earthquakes in diverse places. It says Putin pledged all possible assistance to Africa. Moscow is seeking to further develop its ties with the continent, the Russian president has explained. Right, that goes into that Ezekiel, the 38th chapter, that Russia is going to be a guardian to these nations: Iran, Ethiopia, Libya, and Turkey. The U.S. Senate blasts NATO member state for empowering anti-small hat. It says violence erupted during a protest handling over Spanish floods. Right, because you've been having for the past, I would say, 3 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, you had those heavy floods over there in the eastern part of Spain. I believe it claimed the lives of over 200 people, and like 7 or 8 were still missing. It says this is from November the 10th, 2024, and it reads, violence uproar, violent erupts during protests over handling Spanish floods. Some 130,000 in Basilia have demanded the resignation of the head of the local government. Chaos between protesters and police broke out in Valencia and Madrid during the large-scale demonstrations on Saturday over Spanish authorities' insufficient response to the deadly floods that took place across Spain weeks ago. At least 220 people were killed and thousands of homes and businesses were destroyed when a rapid deluge causes a heavy rains inundated several towns in the province of the Valencia, eastern Spain, last month. Some 80 people are still missing as a result of what officials are calling one of Europe's worst natural disasters in decades. Around 130,000 demonstrators took to the streets of the city of Valencia to demand the resignation of Carlos Mazza, the head of the provincial government. El Paz newspaper reported. Local blamed Mazza for the failing to issue a alert about the flooding soon enough on October 29th. The waters have already been pouring into residential areas by the Times did so. The politician has defended himself by claiming that he has not been properly notified about the seriousness of the situation by the government's waters and monitoring body. The protesters chanted "murderers" and "Maza resign" while carrying banners bearing messages such as "You kill us," as our hands are sustained with mud, you're with blood. It says the rally begins without incident, but tensions escalate when the crowds reach to the city council building. Videos from the scene capture the police using batons to fend off rioters. Some fought back with wounds which they all brought the symbols of the efforts to clean up after the lodge. It's the book of Luke 21, verse 25. And there shall be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars upon the earth. The disgrace of nations will perplex and seize rich one. Right, so we see in the uprises and the uproars of the people of the world, they're clashing against their elites in power, as you're seeing what took place over there in eastern Spain, as the protesters calling for the resign of one of their leaders because he didn't take a right approach when it comes to him being alerted by the floods that took place over there a couple of weeks ago. Over there in Spain claimed the lives of over 200 people, while about 80 some people are still missing in those floods over there in central Spain. Luke 21, verse 25. And there shall be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars upon the earth. The disgrace of nations will perplex and seize rich one. And this is the book of Second Esdras, 15 and verse 15. For the sword that destruction draweth nigh, one people should stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands. Second Esdras 15 verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men of any one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes in the course of actually stand in power. Right, citizens clashing against their leaders in power due to the unrighteous decrees. And this is the book of Second Esdras, chapter 9, verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, uproars of people in the world. Right, we're going to be seeing increasing earthquakes and increasing uproars of people in the world. Let's go to news now. It says pro-Palestinian protesters detained at ban demonstrated in Amsterdam 4 hours ago from CBS News. It says Russia says Greek battles start in strategic East Ukrainian city, devastating in Lebanese village in the wake of a deadly Israeli strike. Right, that's wars and rumors of wars. It says 20 children killed in a Israeli strike in Gaza and Lebanon, officials say, from the Washington Post. It says Amsterdam police arrest pro-Palestinian demonstrator amending protest ban. Ukraine blasts Russia with massive overnight drone strikes. Right, wars and rumors of wars, and nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. It says a 6.8 magnitude earthquake shakes Cuba after hurricanes and blackouts. Right, that's that Luke 21 verse 11. So let's go to the Jerusalem Post. It says phone calls. It says Trump in phone call urged Putin not to escalate in Ukraine. It says the IAF intercept drones from east directed at Israel. Hezbollah may agree to disarm, leaving arms control to Lebanese armies, the UNIFIL reports. It said drone strikes across into Israel from Lebanon. Incident concluded, the IDF says. Hezbollah fires 10 rockets at northern Israel as 3 people lightly and moderate wounded. Explosions sound in southern Damascus, Syria. Hezbollah artillery. It says a Hezbollah artillery commanded eliminated by the IDF Blendia, southern Lebanon. It says at least 20 people killed in the Israeli strike on Lebanon's Alamance, Lebanese reported. It says 3 people killed in a Turkish drone strikes, the PKK members of northern Iraq, which they've been battling with. I would say the Turkish army's been battling them for a very long time, since the 1980s all the way to now. And this is of the prophet Joel, chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Right, so wars and rumors of wars, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. Joel 3, verse 10. It says, beat your plowshares and the swords and pointing hooks at the spears and let the weak say I'm strong. This is the book of Revelations. Revelations 11, verse 14. The second will pass. Behold, third will come quickly. Armageddon, Armageddon 1. Let's go to Arab News. It says, and this is a news article from the ArabNews.com. It says 5 people killed in a Turkish drone strikes in the PKK members in northern northern Iraq. This is from November the 10th, 2024 by Reuters, updated 21 seconds ago. Turkey regularly carry out airstrikes on PKK militants, which they have a YPG and a PKK militants, which is a pro-Kurdistan groups. It says Turkey regularly carry out airstrikes on PKK militants in northern Iraq, has dozens of outposts in the Iraqi territory. It says Turkish drone strikes kills 5 members of the Kurdistan party of the PKK in northern Iraq. The Iraqi Kurdistan Counter Service and security sources say on Sunday the first Turkish strike targeted a vehicle in the mountain area near Iraq's northern province late on Saturday, killing 3, including 1 person identified by the Iraqi Kurdistan Counter Service statement. A senior PKK officials said. It says another drone strike on Sunday targeted a vehicle, killing 2 fighters from the Syrian Resistance Unit (YBC), a militant affiliate with the Kurdistan Workers' Party (PKK). The 2 sources and a local officials in the district syndrome told Reuters. Turkey's regularly carry out airstrikes on PKK militants in the northern Iraq and dozens of outposts in the Iraqi territories. The PKK launched insurgencies against Ankara of Turkey in 1984 with the initial aims of creating independent Kurdistan state. It subsequently moderated its goals to seeking greater Kurdistan rights and limited autonomy in the southeast Turkey. It says 5 Iranian security forces killed in an attack in Sistan province. It says Israel strike on Syria kills 9, including Hezbollah commander, monitor reports. It says Israeli airstrikes in Lebanon buried dozens of civilians beneath the rubble of their homes. Yep, Revelations 11 verse 14, the second will pass, behold, the third will come quickly. Right, second will distress, now the third will distress coming quickly. Luke 21 verse 25. It says, there shall be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars upon the earth with distress nations will perplex and seas rage roaring. Second Esdras. Second Esdras 15 verse 15, for the sword of discretion draweth nigh. One people should stand up and fight against another with swords in hands. Second Esdras 15 verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes in the course of action stand their power. Second Esdras 9 verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, uproars of people in the world. This is St. Mark, chapter 3, verse 23. It says, and he called them unto them and said in a parable, how can Satan cast out Satan? St. Mark, chapter 3. St. Mark, chapter 3, verse 24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, the kingdom cannot stand. St. Mark 3, verse 25. And if a house be divided against itself, the house cannot stand. St. Mark 3, verse 26. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, cannot stand to have an end. The UN Tommy watchdog chief to arrive in Iran Wednesday, the state media reports. It says Syrian Iraqis. Oh, that's a different news article. It says this is another news article of wars and rumors of wars of Matthew 24 verse 6 to verse 7. It says U.S. Britain launched raids on Yemen capital Sana'a. Elsewhere, the Al Masara TV says Houthis media and residents say about the 9 raids has targeted the Sana'a in the suburbs in Amram government threat. The Iranian-aligned Houthis militants have launched attacks on international shipping near Yemen since November last year. It says Washington, the U.S. warplanes staged multiple strikes Saturday night on Iranian-backed Houthis and advanced weapons towards facilities in Yemen, the Pentagon says. The facilities contain various weapons using to target military and civilian vessels navigating the international waters throughout the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden. According to the information provided to AFP by the Pentagon, the Houthi-run Al Shamar television network reported 3 American and British raids that target the capital of Sana'a's southern Al-Shaban district. Eyewitnesses said they heard intensifying flyings along with explosives in different parts of the capital of Sana'a. The Al-Mashar says the United States and Great Britain has reportedly struck Houthi targets in Yemen since January in response to the attacks by the rebels in the shipping in the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden. The rebels said that strikes, which have disrupted maritime traffic in globally important waterways, targets vessels linked to the Israel and are extended to single solidarity with Palestinians during the Gaza war. The attacks had seriously disrupted the Red Sea routes, which carries 12% of the global trade, and more than 100 Houthi attacks over nearly a year for sailors have been killed and 2 ships have sunk, while 1 vessel and its crew remain detained since been hijacking last November. Saturday's strike comes 3 days after the Houthis' leader Abdul Malik al-Houthi criticized U.S. President-elect Trump for supporting Israel. Houthi said the normalization deals between Arab countries and Israel brokered by Trump has failed to bring an end to the Middle East conflict and that he will fail again the second term. Wow. Like, so like he taking shots at him. And this is the book of St. Mark, chapter 13, verse 7. It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Be ye not troubled, for such things must need be, but the end shall not be yet. Right, so increasing wars and rumors of wars between the nations. Mark 13, verse 8. For nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be earthquakes in diverse places. There shall be famines and troubles. These are the beginning of sorrows. So with that, this was just a sit-down lesson of the prophecy updates as of November the 10th, 2024 on this Sunday afternoon. So with that, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, Kakadash, and the Heavenly Father. True name is Yahweh. And his unbegotten Son, Bahashem, in the name of Mashiach Yahushua. Those are their true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the Laj Wankadash tongue. And I say Barakathum to the elders, Wa'akim Akwaf. Till next time, I will say Shalom.